Hey, pilots! Welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales of my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchere Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League. So I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account. But it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle. Because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. I'm going to call this battle clear and simple, and it certainly is, guys, and it's got a really solid message. I hope you stick around and check it out. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Woodish. All right, guys, so this is Shenzhen, as you know. I opened up with Frick. It's just a double jump gets him over there, but unfortunately, he got caught up with a whole bunch of firepower, and he wasn't going to be able to survive that one. So this is my new little Phantom. Still trying to get a name for him, guys. If you have an idea for naming this little guy, let me know. He's got sparks and scourges on him. He had a real good breakout performance in Dreadnought the other day, and I'd really like to get a fun name for him. So I've got some really great entries so far. So if you have an idea on what you think this little Phantom should be named, let me know. Put it in the comments, and I'll put it up for a vote here shortly in a couple weeks. So or in a week or so. So we're obviously playing Domination, and in Domination, it's you want to get the beacons, you want to try to be conservative, but you're always at least trying to go for the beacons. Try to get a positioning on the battlefield to make sure that you're getting a 3 beacon advantage, and try to maintain that beacon advantage either by guarding the beacon that you're at, or if it's really moving around, just if that one's get capped, then you got to go around and cap the other one. But that should always be your primary focus. Battle second, guarding and capping first. And that's really what you ought to be doing. I mean, we're doing a pretty good job there. We had almost a 4-to-1 beacon advantage. Now it's starting to slip away. So everything I do, everything I teach you guys, the pacing and the positioning, and if you ever watch my gameplay, everything I do is taking my next one toward the beacons. Look at this. This is the very primary thing. In this mode, your goal is to capture beacons. It doesn't say anything in there about combat or killing others. You know you can do that, and that's always fun, but this is the primary basic premise for the battle. So that really should be how you set your hangar up. That should be the mindset you have when you play the game. It's the one that's going to get you more victories. Now, I play to win. I say this all the time. You're like, well, why else do you play? Well, I don't know. Some people are out here playing for high damage. Some people are out here playing for getting their damage average for 2 million. They're trying to see how many robots they can kill in a battle. Some really focus their attention on not winning. They're focusing on other things that are connected with combat, but they're not necessarily focused on winning. Winning in this game is going after the beacons, guys. Capturing the beacons and holding them. That's what wins 90% of the battles. You're gonna hear people that will argue that or debate that, saying, well, I win by killing them all. Yeah, really? That's because you spent a lot of money. That's not really how most of us play this game. Most of us don't have a bunch of wallets or unlimited resources. Most of us can't afford to build their hangars up to where they'll actually be able to kill them all. And we all know that matchmaking has a big part of that too, about being able to be in against pilots that you can kill them all, because they can always find a bigger fish for you to go after. So tailoring your hangar and your play style around capping beacons is going to be cheaper. It's going to be more effective in winning battles, and even though my little level 6 bots and level 9 weapons are squishier than heck in the Masters and facing champions, it doesn't seem to slow me down. I have a 60 plus winning percentage. I don't play on a badass team. I play with randoms and solos. I'm always just going in here with my hangar that's fixed on beacons that, you know, is designed about getting beacons first. Diablo here, he's a master at it, but I've got other builds in my hangar that are all about going after the beacons. Now, what happens is yes, there are some people on my team, some pilots on my team that are all about damage. But if they're not going after beacons, someone's got to do it. And now that I've been able to kind of pull the weight on that one, these guys, these Reds, they didn't have a shot. Because I did have some other pilots on my team that knew how to do a lot of damage. We were fighting 5 on 5. But you see, because I was focusing on the beacons, even though I'm in with people that have much higher firepower, we were still able to have a nice green victory because I kept them blue, and that's all I needed to do. It's the first thing in the instructions. It's clear and simple, guys, and that's how you play this game. Hey, great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Victory Laps, and you're definitely going to want to stick around and learn a good little lesson here, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Theta. All right, so this is Springfield. I open up with my open map deck. This is Major Pain. He's my beautiful Zeus Fury. I take him to this little sweet spot where they can't hit my target point, and I can kind of monitor anything that's going on. Now, you saw 3 of my mates go up to the silos. 3 of them. I think it only takes 1 to cap, guys. And what happened was because all 3 of them went in that direction, you know, kind of wasting some resources and where they're going, the Reds got settled into that center silo over to into the middle right there. And unfortunately, because they're so hunkered in, my men now trying to go in there and try to dig them out and win didn't have a chance because those guys already had a good positional advantage with some blockade, you know, some protection from them. So anytime our men went around the corner to get them, you know, they got snuffed out, kind of like on 300. They funneled them into their little kill point there. So it really wasn't a smart thing for all 3 of those guys to go up to my right. You know, and this game, you know, is about tactics. It's about using some wise gameplay, some smart ideas. You know, I'm in Masters right now, and that means I'm sitting in with the champions and you know, experts and masters and all. And you know, these guys really should have some good tactical thinking, but I don't think some of them do. Some of them are still just focused on damage, and that's all they can think about. And we're already at a 4-1 beacon disadvantage. So it's time for me to use my brain savvy, my battle savvy, and pill out the guy that's gonna run his victory laps. Guys, there's some really simple basic stuff about this game. Number 1, you gotta keep them blue. You know, yeah, you want to go out and combat other guys, and you want to go into a battle and you get some fun and you use your weapons that you spent lots of money on and kill a lot of Reds, and yeah, that's fun too. But you know, obviously we're trying to win these battles, you know, and you're not going to win the battles if you, 3 go to 1 beacon. Gosh, if you're really into beacons, don't 3 go to 1. There's other beacons, you know, and also to, you know, kind of be wise on your positioning and your timing and your pacing. And, you know, unfortunately, not everyone seems to bring that mindset to the battle. So I got Diablo here. You know, I'm all about running laps, and so this is his victory laps. He went over to a beacon that wasn't contested, then a second beacon that wasn't contested. I want to go down here and grab this one here. We were at a 4-1 disadvantage just a few moments ago, and because Diablo here is running his little victory laps, that guy's got low-hanging weapons. I'm going to sneak out, but then I noticed that my guy's going over there to cap that one up in the silos, and it only takes 1 to cap. So I'll let him go over there, and he's got I think it was a hover, so he's going to get it. And now he's got that one. I got this one. Now look at us. We're at a 5 capper. We were down 4 beacons to 1 when I hopped into my little Diablo and started running my victory laps. Now I'm going to stay here because he doesn't have anything that's going to kick me out. And I see they've gone across the way to get that one, but we're inside, you know, we're coming up on the time warp, and a 4-1 beacon advantage is all you need. Oh, but they have a little Loki on their side. and one of the biggest threats to a Loki is another Loki. So I'm gonna head off there. I know he's gonna cap that one, and none of our men are gonna get to it very quickly. So I got to get back over here and undo what he's trying to do. I am not gonna let him take away my victory laps. So I got this one back blue. I'm gonna go back over and chase him. I see some of my mates are after him, and I think even at a 3-2 beacon advantage, that's not a bad one to get. I might go up in that center, but see, there's an AJ with the Yang Li or a quantum radar, so I don't even want to die. I just want to win, right? And so right now we're getting back up to a 3-2 beacon advantage. They were kind of going back and forth, but now we're inside of the time warp. The time warp is less than anything under 3 minutes. The beacon advantage is going to have a compound effect, and we're going to win this one. You can see. So I'm going to go over here and just say hello to this guy who's killing everyone. I don't care. I'm going to take my hat off and say, hey, look at me. I just won. Yeah, those victory laps make all the difference in the world, guys. I see, obviously, look at the high firepower on both sides. Lots of killing, lots of damage. That's great. But you all are witness to this. You all saw what was happening, and then you saw what happened when I hopped into Diablo and ran a victory lap. It made all the difference in the world. You don't have to have high firepower to make a big difference in these battles, guys. Great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Jalapeno Face, and I'll explain why as we get to the end here, guys. Stick around. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome instrumental Mortality. This is this episode's Beacon Rush battle. I take Frick, my double jump Raven, and he goes right over here to some beacon that's kind of remote. On Shenzhen, I either go to the parking lot one or the one behind the building. I missed my jump, obviously, but when I did jump in this little skirmish, I jumped into the center. He jumped out of the center. That was his mistake. It allowed us to get that. Guys, every time you open up a Beacon Rush portal, a beacon on Beacon Rush, it is a portal. It is a portal for your men to start filing in. That is why it's so important to do that. And once you get them established, then you now have more mates that are following in behind you. When you die, you can spawn in right at that same spot. So this is not like Domination, and this is why Beacon Rush has a completely different pace that you want to take. You do want to be conservative and pacing when you play Domination, because when you die, you got to go all the way back to your home spawn area. It's a longer walk to get back into combat, and so you really gotta you can be conservative. But when you die on Beacon Rush, as you know, you spawn back in right where you left off. So you're kind of slowly charging and marching toward their home spawn area. And that's why it's really important to be aggressive on Domination, not range bots, not camper bots. Don't sit back and just wait for things to happen. That's not how you do it. Well, we got right into their spawn area right away. And guess what? There's an old knock-knock joke. Knock-knock. Who's there? Jalapeno. Jalapeno who? Jalapeno Face is what we are right now, and that is exactly how you want to do a Beacon Rush. You want to be all up in their face. You want to be Jalapeno Face right now, because right now we've got a spawn raid going on. It is so hot and heavy. I put Diablo in here just to hold this one, because obviously when they're spawning in, they're going to turn it back. I want them not to be able to do that, so I'm sitting right here so my men can just keep spawning in over and over and over. We're going to burn through bots, but we've got this 4-1 beacon advantage. Well, I see it slipping away, so I'm going to even hop into the center here. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, because I think this game is just about over. See how fast it goes, guys, when you do that? Yeah, Jalapeno Face. That's right, guys. That's exactly how you do Beacon Rush. Always, always, always press forward. Don't sit back. Always go toward the beacon. Get that portal established. Then, then you spawn in, and you keep going to the next one toward their home area. And once you get that spawn rate going, it's really hard for them to get out of it and come back and go for the victory. So there you go. Great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel on a regular basis, so if you like what you see, please tap on the subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. Also, Discord is a great way to connect with other amazing pilots, keep up on the latest news, and learn more ways to improve your gaming experience. Without question, one of the best Discord servers out there is War Robots Master Pilots. Managed by some of the best pilots in the game today, it features a robust list of informational, tutorial, and informative channels to cover anything and everything related to this awesome game. So definitely take a moment to click on the link in the description of this episode and check them out. Finally, my goal is to provide you all with entertaining and helpful information that'll help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So, if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Just make sure you're having fun, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.